Hello and welcome back to IRS. We are live for Tier 2, the penultimate round of the season and the penultimate race of F1 24. It's round 9 and we are at Las Vegas. We've got 8 drivers. Unfortunately, the attendance has dropped quite a bit. 2 of the main drivers in the championship, Finn and Luke, not here as well, so the last race of the season. We'll go down to the last race. And they'll be battling for the championship. Just have a look at the grid. We've got 3 drivers right now. We have 1 in IRS. Outlaw, Burb and Skinner making a comeback this season in the Aston Martin. So yeah, 5 drivers here have an opportunity to try and take their first ever race wins in IRS. I think IRS LB44 did get some race wins in IRS in the old server, but since this new server's started, he's yet to have a race win. He's had a couple of podiums, but no race wins as of yet. So let's jump on board with Skinner to take us away on this first flying lap down into turn 1, using gear 4, gentle on the throttle, not trying to overdo it too much. Taking a tight line with gear 5 into the first DRS zone, into a pretty short straight, but still carrying maximum speed down it, into a hard braking right, into the slowest part of the track. It's tight left and right, with the dome in front of us for another left-hander, which you really got to get the angle right on the exit. And then sweeping right-hander before we hit the checkpoint for sector 2. As we come onto the long straight, it's going to be a 55.0 for Skinner. Let's have a look at some drivers behind. We've got Bubbly in the Ferrari. 1.2 seconds off Skinner. He's absolutely flying. And probably the driver to watch out for today, maybe the Burb as well in the Red Bull with his pole position. Just picky, been pretty quick last week, and Austin, what can he do? But here comes Skinner up to the line with a 30.7. Thought that was going to go over them, but it didn't. Terror Beast 32.3, Outlaw 31.8, Burb 31.1. Bubbly at 32.1, and then we got Wild Jaeger coming up to the line in the Haas. It's a 31.1 as well, 5 thousandths of a second in front of the Burb. IRS LB44 will be diving into the pits. Just picky, we missed this sector 2 checkpoint, so unsure what sort of time he's doing right now. But did set his first ever pole position in IRS last week. Here we go then, run up to the line just as we hit the DRS. Oh sorry, there's no DRS here. Because this line is 31.3 P4. I thought there was a DRS there. Yeah, I'm wrong there, we're going to DRS zones. As we wait for some people to come back out and get some more laps. No one was doing a second lap, are they? No, they're not. Everyone's got their ERS turned off, and we wait for the drivers to rejoin us. We'll have a look at the Drivers' Championship quickly while we wait for some drivers to come out onto the track. I think Outlaw's just started another lap actually. Yeah, he has. But we'll run through that. Outlaw's currently sitting P4 in the driver standards. I think that's the best he's going to get. I think he'll be able to catch up with Burb, who's on 94 points. Outlaw on 59. So a bit of a distance to catch there for Outlaw. But yeah, Finn Kits, Luke plays. Only 2 points separate them at the top. Bubbly can try and secure P5 today with a good result over Just Picky, who's in P7, 4 points behind. IRS will be 44 as well, only 6 points behind Bubbly. Can get himself into the top 5 possibly. Jaeger can possibly see himself into the top 10. Currently P11 with only 14 points. On the same points as One Kidney Gym. Yeah. Hoping for a better season next time out on a new game. Constructors. Let's have a look at that. Racing Bulls leading the way, so Just Picky trying to help him and Finn secure that title. They've got the Burb here in the Red Bull. 21 points behind. What can he do today? Can he close up that gap? Hasn't really had a teammate either, to be honest, so he's done well to keep that gap where it is. Aston Martin, P3, Skinner racing today as well, so could be some good points out there for that team. The 2 Ferraris. Starting laps there, I think Terra Beast just improved. I think Bubbly did as well there. I think both drivers come to the end of the lap. I think Bubbly just jumped up in front of the Outlaw there. Alright, who's on lap? No one. Wild Jaeger, Burb on out laps. Burb's the closest to doing a lap here, so I'll stay on board with him. Let's see where he can fit this Red Bull. Can he find 5 thousandths of a second, or even better, 5 tenths to take pole away from Skinner? One lap pace from the Burb has been pretty good throughout this season. He's 10th up, going into sector 1 then. Enough to take P2. But can he find some more time throughout this lap to take that P1? Here we go then, up to the sector 2 checkpoint. Goes a bit wide, cost himself a good exit there. And he's lost time. Just outbraked himself and ran a bit too wide, missing the apex. Possibly could be backing off this lap and going again. Might have enough fuel to do another lap. Got plenty of IRS in the tank, so I think we're about to see one more run from Burb. Another set of tyres before he dives into the pits for his last set and his last lap. Wild Jaeger. How's he getting on? He's got 2 Ferrari powered units on the track with him. Will you get a slipstream from any of them? Clips the curb there. He's lost out a lot of time in sector 3 as well to Skinner, because he's matching Skinner for sector 2 there. Both on 51 zeros. And Wild J guys seem to lost out 4 attempts in the last sector on his best lap. Just Picky. 31.3. Just under half temp up. Pretty sure it's some good pace recently. IRS will be 44 as well, not too far behind on a flying lap. Just Picky. 2 tenths off pole position at the moment. Can he finish his final sector off strong? I think this is going to be P2 here from Just Picky. So he's about to cross the line. So 31.0 indeed puts himself up to P2. How's Outlaw getting on? 31.8. Just under a tenth up in Sector 1. How's the Sector 2? Apparently split between two Ferraris on the third row of the grid. He's down on his time though. 55.7, losing some time in Sector 2 compared to the top 5 or even top 4 possibly. Here we go with Outlaw then. Coming up the line, 5 minutes to go, just over 5 minutes to go. Where can he put this Mercedes? Can he make any positions at all? No, he can't. He improves to a 31.7. But can't improve on any positions. IRS LB 44 to 33.5. Gonna get a bit of a slipstream here from the car ahead, which is Just Picky, giving the McLaren a nice long slipstream down the straight. IRS LB 44 currently last position, P8. Needs to find a lot of time here, over 1.5 seconds. Has found half a second, sorry, to 33.0, but still has to find another second here to get anywhere near any of the drivers in this race. Outlaw's off the track, spinning around. Not sure what's happened to him there. That's in Sector 2. He's just doing some donuts by the looks of it. I think this is his last race. I might have seen him in the Discord. But Outlaw getting some early donuts in. Terra Beast in the Ferrari. Got to find 3 tenths and a bit more to overtake Outlaw. I'll ride on board with him. Can he get anywhere near his Ferrari teammate for today? Obviously reserving. There's a big dome in the background. Which is one of the most weirdest things they've ever put in a racetrack. Just so pointless to have it there. So what can Terra Beast do? Up to Sector 2 we come. I don't think he's up there with the top boys, but he's improved on his lap. Just over a 10th up. He needs to find a bit more coming into this final sector to overtake Outlaw and put it on the third row of the grid. Three minutes to go. Bit tentative on a break in there. Braked really early. Didn't carry much speed through the chicane. Looks like he's dived into the pits. And that's his lap over. So we wait for Burb and Jaeger to start their last flying laps here. Everyone else currently in the pits. Outlaw rejoining the track now for his outlap. A lot of drivers leaving it late here to do their last flying laps. They've only got about 45 seconds to get out of the pits and onto the track. IRS LB 44 as well. So yeah, they've got about 30 seconds now to get back out on the track and do another lap. Just Picky and Terra Beast The two drivers still in the pit lane. Possibly might not be coming out again. Just Picky leaving it very late. Rejoining the track. Just now, Terror Beast looks like he might be missing out on doing another lap here. As Burb runs deep into the corner there. I think he might abandon this lap. Yes, he does. Lucky for him, Skinner behind on a out lap. So there'll be no impeding. Let's jump on board with Jaeger. But he's got to make this count. He's gone past the checker flag. I won't have enough time to do another lap after this one, so let's see what he can do. Outlaw as well, starting his last lap. Jaeger just under a tenth up, which is not enough at the moment to take away P2 from Just Vicky. That was a purple sector though from Wild Jaeger. As he used that battery too early though, he's only got 33%, and he's got some long straights to go here. Up into the sector 2 checkpoint to 54.8, and that's currently up on Skinner's time. The question is, how good of a final sector can Wild Jaeger do here? Because we know Skinner smashed it. He was 4 tenths up on Jaeger in the final sector alone. Possibly saved a bit more battery in the Aston Martin. Jaeger clips the wall a little bit there. Qualifying will be over in 5 seconds, which is going to be just before Jaeger crosses the line. But here we go. Up to the line. It's a 31.2, and he's lost time. That's what I mean. The ERS has cost him big there. Who's next up to the line? It's going to be Outlaw, but Outlaw's invalidated. That's his qualifying done. IRS LB 44. Nearly 5 tenths up. He needs to find a lot of time. Let's jump on board with Skinner, see what he's doing. He's 2 tenths down. He missed what Bubbly was doing. Bubbly's a 10th up, sorry. Burb's up on his time as well. Just Picky. Just about up on his time. Let's go on board with IRS LB 44. He's going to be the first of those drivers across the line. Can he get anywhere near the Terror Beast? No, he can't. It's a 32.5. Skinner dives into the pits. That's him done. Here comes the Burb in the Red Bull. Can he snatch away pole from Skinner? No, he can't. He's just under a half a tenth away. Wild Jaeger crosses the line. Bubbly crosses the line with no improvements. We've got Terror Beast and Just Picky. Just Picky improves to a 30.9, stays P3. And then we've got Terror Beast. He might see himself into the P6 here. Ooh. 30 thousandths away of beating Outlaw, but Skinner on his return to IRS. Exactly half a tenth away from the Burb. Congratulations to Skinner, who gets the first point of the day. Point for pole position, going to Aston Martin. There's your confirmation, exactly half a tenth, 50 thousandths of a second. Top 4 pretty close, and then the rest of the grid around near enough around about each other. IRS LB 44 needs to find a bit more improvements there, and he might be fighting his way into the top 6. But here we go, then we've got a 35% race. It's going to be 18 laps. It should be a pretty quick race, but there's a lot of walls, so it could have some unexpected events, even though there's only 8 drivers. We're hoping that one driver doesn't just run away with it. Alright then. Everyone's on the mediums except Terra Beast. Should take about 25 minutes this race. Only 18 laps. Probably about 133s, 4s, 5s, 6s. Around them sort of times for race pace. We haven't got the full laps. Not sure how many laps it is. Can't be asked to do the maths, but we've got 18 here today for the 35% race, so the fuel load's a bit lower than normal. Drivers might feel a bit more confident on the lower fuel. I certainly do. But yeah, I'm surprised by Terra Beast on the hard there. Would have thought this was probably a medium to soft race. 10 laps on the mediums, 8 laps on the softs. Skinner leading the way. Might have been at the start of the season, possibly round 1 or 2, or might have been last season to be fair. Can't remember him racing this season actually. I think he signed up, but I don't think he actually raced. Alright. Only 8 drivers, so this formation that's pretty quick. Here we go then. For the penultimate time this season, the lights are on, and it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 red lights here in Las Vegas, and away we go. Skinner's got a great start, so is Just Picky, already past Burb, while Jaeger as well up the inside of the Red Bull into turn 1. There's a bit of contact between 3rd and 4th, 2 Ferraris just behind as well. There's more contact between Jaeger and Burb. I'm not sure if Jaeger gave enough room there. The 2 Ferraris are hassling the back of the Haas now. It's a drag race down to turn 3, I think that is, or turn 4. I think that's turn 3. But top 2, 1.3 seconds away. Burb the biggest loser there on the start. IRS LB44 the biggest gainer, along with Just Picky. IRS LB44 running a bit wide, but Burb all the way down to P8 from P2 on the grid. We got Just Picky. Alright, but all Bubbly's got past Outlaw. I think all Outlaw's got past IRS LB44. Side by side, there's wing damage coming off one of the Ferraris there who come together. Not sure who that was. They're side by side. Going down the main straight. Bubbly just deploying a bit more ERS. IRS LB44 flying down that straight as well. Looking for an opportunity past. Bubbly already 2.1 seconds behind the top 3. Burb's got past Outlaw, who dropped back quite a bit. Here comes Burb. Oh, there's contact between the 2 Ferraris again, and Terra Beast has nearly took his teammate out there. As Burb goes around the outside. And it's, I'm going to call it midfield, even though there's 8 drivers, but this midfield battle has been quite aggressive at the start of this race. DRS now turned on. I think Burb is going to try and make the easy move down the main straight, but he runs wide because he didn't expect Terra Beast to break so early, and he's got IRS LB44 side by side with him. Burb has got wing damage as well, so Burb's got a long race ahead of him here. He just needs to clear Terra Beast and try and get up the road towards the top 3 if he can. Bubbly putting the pressure on IRS LB44. Outlaw has now caught back up as well. Let's see how many positions that Terra Beast loses here down this straight with this DRS. I think he could lose 4 positions here. I think 3 he might lose. Here comes Burb. Nah, he's gonna lose 2. IRS 44 we get. I think Bubbly is just a bit too far back. Doesn't seem to have a straight line speed in that Ferrari. Just Picky. Right on the tail of Skinner. Wild Jago just a bit too far back. Losing touch. New fastest lap for Picky. And he's right on the tail of Skinner here. Bubbly's into the box. He might, yeah, he's got front wing damage as well. He's going to change that onto a set of hards. Go for the rest of the race. On board with Outlaw. He's right behind Terror Beast. Terror Beast having a little look at IRS RB44 there. Back up to the top though, so I think Just Picky might have a little look down the straight here and try to take the lead of this race. While Jager, he's going to drop back about 4 or 5 temps down the straight. Just because of this DRS. Already lost 2-3 temps. Yeah, look at that. 1.4 seconds all the way up to 2.3 seconds. That's more than 4 or 5 temps. Nearly a whole second there that Wild Jager has just lost down that straight. Just Picky in the slipstream. Would he go for a move into turn 1? Right behind Skinner. Closing. Is he close enough for a move into turn 1? Not quite. Being sensible. I think Just Picky doesn't need to go for it right now. Him and Skinner need to put away a little gap from the rest of the field, and they can have a little battle between them. Because the more they battle, that will just bring Wild Jager and Burb into play. Burb's got wing damage as well, let's not forget that. And he is closing on Jager, who is struggling down the straights a lot. Him and Bubbly seem to have a bit too much downforce for this track. They're saying that Burb's got front wing damages, and he's took out 2 temps there from Wild Jager. More than that. Took out half a second. So Wild Jager struggling here. Let's go back up to the top again, because I think Just Picky is probably close enough for a move now. He's in the slipstream of Skinner. DRS turns on. Rear wing opens up. Closes up to the Aston Martin. Pulls alongside. And gets past. Runs a bit deep though. Skinner's going to have a good exit here. Skinner applies a bit of ERS as well to stay in the slipstream. Would he go for a move down into turn 1? Or would he try to stick behind? Stays on the outside as Just Picky defends turn 1. Not wanting the Aston Martin to get past while Jay get into the pit. He's battling for a podium at the moment with the Burb. Outlaw as well could be considered for a podium. IRS RB44 and Terror Beast going at it. Let's go back up to the top. Skinner. Now the hunter was being hunted. The roles have reversed. The rears on that racing ball all over the place. Bit like Charles Leclerc in Monaco today towards the end of the race. The rears wanting to give up. Only 5 laps on these mediums though. They should be in good condition, I'd say, but Just Picky might have took quite a bit of wear out of them. Trying to stay close to Skinner, who's now going to replay the same overtake. He Just Picky as what he did to him a lap before, and retake the lead of this race. 6 seconds behind. Just Picky has dropped off quite a bit there for Skinner. IRS LB44 do get past Terror Beast. Someone's locked up in front. IRS LB44 not too far away from Outlaw as well, to be fair. Who has a big moment there. Just about saves the car. IRS LB44 is ghosted with Terror Beast. Loses the position, not sure what's happened there. The Burb's got some good pace here because he's got a broken front wing and he's taking time out of the top two. Couple attempts here and there. It's unfortunate for Berg because he'd be right in the battle for this race win. Never know, anything could happen. Still could be a safety car. Only 8 drivers and 18 laps, but at any moment there could be someone who has a lack of concentration. Like that from Berg, just braking a bit too late, really close to the wall. Could lose out a little bit there as well from the guys ahead who are still battling. Here comes Just Picky. Don't think he's going to be close enough for a move this time. He is actually. Thought he was going to try to slot in behind and just keep it in P2, but he makes it up the inside. Takes the lead of the race, which helps Berg take out a little bit more time. IRS LB44 getting past Terror Beast back into P5. All the time these guys fight while Jaeger is catching up. Here comes Skinner up the inside into the first DRS zone with a little bit of ERS use. Retaking P1 from Just Picky. You'll see in the pits. Oh, Just Picky again up the inside with a very good exit. Had a little look at Skinner. There was a slight bit of contact as well, I think. But good battling from the top two here. All losing time to Burb though. There he is in the background. Outlaw losing a bit of time. Oh, Just Picky having a little look as well. I think there was more contact there between the top two. The last couple of laps, the fight in between these two have got a bit more tense, a bit more aggressive. We're coming up to the pit stops. Tyre wear starting to fade. Just Picky with the DRS taking the lead. There's Burb in the background again. He is closing. Outlaw right at the back as well. Here comes Skinner. Into the pits actually. Skinner's making the move early. Possibly too early for softs, so looks to be going on to hard tyres. Which indeed he does. I wonder if we see any different strategies here. Possibly Just picking the Burb going for softs. I think Burb needs to box early. If he wants that front wing changed and a new set of tyres, I think he needs to box early to try and make time back up towards the end of the race. Doesn't want to box too late and have no time to do anything about it. He's in a comfortable P3, I'd say, at the moment. I think Wild Jaeger might be his only challenger for that podium. He is catching up with Just Picky though, 3.9 seconds. Like I said, wants to get that front wing changed and try to get back out and make some time up in these top two. It depends what sort of strategy he's going for. If he's trying to hang out for the softs instead of going for the hards. Skinner's rejoined behind IRS LB44. It's going to be an easy move down the straight here. IRS LB44 has actually lost quite a bit of time to Terror Beast because he has front wing damage there on the McLaren. As we come into this braking zone, we're just about to be able to see it. There it is. The front right end plate missing. Just Picky and the Burb into the pits. Burb opting not to change that front wing. Goes for the hards. No one going for softs then. No one thinking the softs are any good round here. Everyone thinking it's a medium hard race. Skinner has undercut Just Picky by loads. It's 2.3 second the gap now. IRS LB44, the only driver to go onto the softs, has rejoined P8. Everyone has now pit except Terror Beast. Jaeger picks up a 3-second time penalty, and that could be the end of his podium. Unless he's got the outright pace to get past Burb and get 3 seconds up the road, because Burb's struggling here. Turning that car in corners with that front wing damage. Has got the straight line speed though to defend, I think, from Wild Jaeger, who thought about popping up the inside there. Gets a much better exit though, but it could be an easier move actually from Jaeger, who's in the slipstream. Skinner's past Terror Beast, who's the only driver yet to pit. Oh, Just Picky clipping the wall. Wild Jaeger did get past the Burb, whose best strategy now will be to hang on to the back of Wild Jaeger, who can try and close in to Just Picky, which will eventually help Burb try and get that second place on the podium. But haven't they got the pace to catch up with Just Picky? Skinner with the lovely undercut. He's not on for a ground slam though. Just Picky with the fastest lap could possibly take that ground slam away from Skinner, who's so far got pole position and the race win in his hands, as he got the fastest lap under his belt. Terror Beast stays inside the DRS there of Skinner, which is going to help him, but I think he's going to have to box very soon, otherwise he's going to lose out a lot of time to everyone behind him. Didn't actually get the DRS there, which was good. I'm sure he was within the 1 second there. As Burb overtakes Jaeger, and they are slowly catching up with Just Picky here. Jaeger clipping the wall again in that Haas. 1.8 seconds the gap between Just Picky and Burb and Jaeger. Burb's actually faster lap, 132.8 with front wing damage. Let that just sink in. So I think Burb did definitely have the pace for a race win here today. With front wing damage holding him up. I think he would have already been with Just Picky, who's now 2 seconds behind, 2.3 seconds behind Skinner. Just under a second behind Terror Beast. Burb losing a lot of time in that middle sector to Just Picky because of that front wing. Making it back up in the straights, I think. Like he runs wide there and loses the exit to Jaeger, who just climbs all over the back of him down the straight and really takes him. But Burb's fight isn't really with Jaeger here. Jaeger has got that 3 seconds, so he's going to be P4 at best. Burb's real battle is with the driver ahead, Just Picky, who's just put himself back up into P2 past Terror Beast, who's yet to box. Staying out one more lap, possibly hoping for a safety car. Yeah, Skinner 3.1 seconds ahead of Just Picky. He's not able to close up on his hard tyres. The first stint on the mediums, him and Skinner were very close, matching each other for pace, but since the pit stop, Skinner has shown his class on his hard tyres and pulled away with the undercut. Terror Beast about to go under pressure from the Burb and Jaeger, who are closing in on the Ferrari. Where's the DRS checkpoint here? Not too sure. That might be it there. Yeah, it is. Burb just got the DRS to Terror Beast. It's going to be an easy move as Burb drains the battery in his hopes to close up to Just Picky with the help of that DRS there. 1.5 seconds. We'd lose out 4/10 with the exit there. Just turns it a bit too tightly. 2 seconds the gap. Skinner setting a new fastest lap, trying to go for the Grand Slam. Three-way battle into turn 1 here. Terror Beast on the outside, Jaeger having a look up the inside of the Ferrari. Lighting up the rear tyres, gets the job done. 3rd and 4th for Burb and Jaeger. Terror Beast leaving it well too late here on these hard tyres. Not sure what he's doing with the strategy. I think it's just simply a crazy bet to wait for a safety car and hope his race comes into play. But with only 5 laps to go, it's not very likely that we're going to see a safety car here, unless one of the drivers make a very big mistake. But I think these 18 laps you can't really lose too much concentration. I think on a 50% towards the end you lose a bit more concentration, you're getting a bit more fatigued. But here today, these 18 laps, it's just a straight sprint, I'd say. Everyone's fully focused. So Terror Beast is unfortunately going to drop down to P8. It is full points awarded though, even though we're doing a 35% race. Full points for the season are awarded, so Skinner looking to take the Grand Slam. Pole position 1 point, fastest lap 1 point, and the race win 25. With the maximum of 27 points at the moment. 3.3 seconds in the lead of Just Picky, who's on 18. Burb will be taking out P3 unless he goes up to Just Picky and taking home 15 points, 12 points for Jaeger. Terror Beast finally diving into the pits from P5, which would have been 10 points. Will be moving down the grid to 8th position, which will be unfortunately 4 points. But yeah, Outlaw's going to be taking that 10 points at the moment. Bubbly moving up into P6 ahead of his teammate. It's going to be 8 points for him. But Terror Beast actually has rejoined in front of IRS W44, so it's going to be 6 points instead of 4 for him if he can stay ahead of the McLaren, which he should likely do. He's on the brand new softs. Might be able to close up to his teammate actually. 2.3 seconds the gap on a fresh set of softs. Bubbly on 11 lap old hards. 4 laps to go, very doable. Just looking at the Burb, that front wing is costing him massive. I think if he had that fully functioning front wing, he'd be on the back of Just Picky now, but he's just losing a bit too much time in the slow corners. He's able to close up down these straights, but as soon as he gets to any corners, Just Picky's able to pull away. Burb misses the apex there, braking a bit too late, runs wide as well. Not sure what's happened to his, well, something wrong with his wheel there actually, but it just looks like it was desync. I think he's just desynced from the game a little bit there, a bit of lag on our screen. On his screen I'm sure he'd be driving straight, but to us it looked like he drove into the wall there and Jaeger got past him. Not the case though, he's still there in P3 ahead of Jaeger, doing his job. What he needs is Just Picky to run a bit too wide and pick up a time penalty, which will give him that P2 where he started the race. We'll have a look at the track limits. Just Picky is on 1 warning, so needs another 2 to get a penalty, so looking quite unlikely that Just Picky's gonna pick up a 3-second time penalty, while Jager though, in the background there, running into the wall a little bit, breaking that front wing a little bit more, picks up another 3-second time penalty, making it 6 seconds. Fortunately for him, Outlaw is 11.8 seconds behind, so will not be losing any positions unless he hits that wall a couple more times. But Skinner out front on his own, 3.4 seconds in the lead, hasn't raced all season. On his return, looks like he's about to take victory here, which will be his 3rd victory in IRS, I believe. I think he's won it twice before. Let me just double check the Tier 2 league history. Will be Skinner's 4th pole position that he took. Fastest lap, could be his 3rd fastest lap if he keeps this going. On podiums, 4 podiums, about to make it 5. And race wins, he's currently on 2 race wins, about to move himself up into 9th position in the league history with his 3rd race win. No doubt, I think he would have been in the top 5 race wins if he had a full season here in IRS. Definitely a driver who can contend for a championship with Finn, Luke, the likes of Burb, Outlaw, drivers like that. They've got very good pace, capabilities of winning race wins, taking pole positions and getting themselves right in the mix for that P1. 3 laps to go in the penultimate race of F1 24. For me personally, I've not really enjoyed the game as much as I have on previous games, in terms of driving that is, but commentary here in Tier 2 been pretty good. Could have had better attendances, but that's EA's fault, the Codemasters and whoever else makes the game, losing a lot of drivers' interest in buying the game and playing it compared to 23, 22, 21, 20. Hopefully we see a better rise in drivers buying F1 25 and get full grids here in IRS. Penultimate lap of the penultimate race. On board with Skinner, who's now pushed that gap up to 4 seconds ahead of Just Picky. Burb not able to close up, while Jager starting to lose time with that front wing damage, which goes to show if Burb had that front wing, he'd be well off the road, because now Jager's got wing damage the same as the Burb. The pace is showing, the real pace. So Burb comfortably on his way to another podium in IRS. Will be his 9th podium, putting in P6, just outside the top 10. For Just Picky, how many podiums has he got? Can't actually see him on the podium list. I'm sure he got a podium last week, but was that a lie? So Just Picky's actually on for his first ever podium, unless I've missed something there. Well, Jager with another time penalty, he's actually going to cost himself P4 here. He's only 1.3 seconds ahead of Outlaw. Bubbly's just lost out on P6 to his teammate, because Terror Beast is about to overtake him on time penalty. His IRS W44 now losing 3 seconds to a track limit time penalty as well. Burb pushing this lap, 1.8 seconds. 1.7 seconds. Not sure what's happened to Just Picky, but Burb has closed up a little bit there. giving them a little bit of fight towards the end, giving them a little bit of hope, but no one's going to be able to close up on Skinner here, who's coming down the big straight for the final time. Lap 18 of 18. He's on for a Grand Slam. Hasn't raced all season. Last race in the season 10. He's about to take victory for the third time in his IRS career as he comes out of the penultimate corner down towards the line to take victory in Las Vegas Tier 2 round 9. Skinner takes the win. Just Picky comes across the line for his first ever podium in IRS ahead of Burb in P3. We've got a yellow flag, which is IRS LB44, who's unfortunately crashed there. Our Outlaw just going to miss out to P4 by 2 tenths to Jaeger. Bubbly 5 tenths ahead of his teammate on track, but that's going to swap the positions across the line as Terra Beast will be the Ferrari who finishes ahead in P6. There we go, Bubbly coming home in P7, and then we wait for IRS LB44 in the McLaren, who's in P8 as he weaves down the straight, ready to finish the penultimate race of F124 before going up to Abu Dhabi. And IRS LB44 finishes the race in. That race probably was the best we could have asked for. I think it could have been a lot worse to that, to be fair. No safety cars, no one DNF'd. A bit spacious in terms of the times and how far the cars were apart, but what can you do, eh? It is what it is. There's the celebrations from Skinner, who has a confirmation there, taking the Grand Slam, pole position, fastest lap, race win, and will also take driver of the day. Great return for him. Just Picky a close second driver of the day there, from third on the grid up to P2, and his first ever podium. Good race. Burb as well, another contender for driver of the day, racing with front wing damage for the majority of the race. Well, actually the whole race, to be fair, lap 1. So yeah, that's the penultimate race of the season done. We're going to be heading to Abu Dhabi, Yas Marina, for the final race of F124. F125 is actually released in 2 days for the iconic version, so that will be up and running shortly for IRS in terms of having a new season, which will be a landmark season 12. Getting on a bit. IRS starting to move on from the rookie terms into a bit of a racing. Tuesday for Tier 1. It's the final race of the season. Husky versus LD1. Battling it out for the Drivers' Championship. That's Tuesday, 8 PM UK time. Same day that the F125 is released, so make sure you come and tune into that. Hope you've enjoyed today. Hope you enjoy the next 2 races to round off F124. Make sure you subscribe, follow, do whatever you need to do, and we'll see you back here for the next one. Peace out.